Hey man, how my tentacles look?
Long.
Alright.
Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Homeboy Etiquette podcast. We keeping that part in. Yo, you are now listening to the Homeboy Etiquette podcast. It's your main man over at the 5280Q, passing off to my partner, the Arc Reactor.
Yo, this is Kemet the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube. Also representing KMT Games and KMT Productions here on YouTube. Oh, God.
Sorry,
It went to my mouth. Before we get started, we'd like to ask you guys to go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video with anybody that you know. You can see that we're a little dressed up here, but you know, in some Halloween spirit, you know what I'm saying? So today's going to be a very special episode. You want to go into detail?
Today's the episode is right now. Everybody got to be a team player right now. So we're talking specifically, you know, maybe talking about like what was it, 76ers and everything. You're talking about the individual versus the group today. Individual versus the group, or the group versus the individual. What was it?
It was supposed to be like unexplained and paranormal experiences for Halloween, bro.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Bro, you got a squid hat on.
Okay, well, unexplained and paranormal activities and shit like that. All right.
Yeah.
So, I remember as a kid living in Detroit, my grandmother's house, my childhood home, and it was like, you know, shit. Motherfuckers used to always say the attic is haunted and shit. But that used to be my dad told me some shit. It was like ghosts of girlfriends past or some shit. Like, you wanna have a baby by some other bitch now, but that's not me.
or the babies of all of your aborted children.
Shit. No, that's a good question. Like, yo, Pops, how many aborted babies you got back there? Like, I don't know. Like that.
I got no idea, bro.
I'm like, shit. But anyway, you used to tell me the attic was haunted. Then the basement, you know, when you shut off everything at nighttime, you watch a scary movie, everybody's going to bed, my ass is in the basement watching TV, and I gotta shut off all the lights in the TV and go to my room, and the kitchen's dark, the fucking dining room is dark, the living room is dark, the hallway's dark, that bathroom is dark.
Help me!
Yeah, the upstairs, like where my dad's room used to be and shit, the door's fucking open, I gotta look up them stairs, that bitch looks creepy as fuck, that shit's dark, my grandparents are sound asleep in they damn room all peaceful. That shit was just like, yo man, how am I fucking gonna make it to the basement before the darkness catches up to me?
Yeah, before it consumes you.
Shit, you know what I did? I left every fucking light on and woke up in the morning like, boy, you can't be having all these goddamn lights on, man. Turn that shit off when you go to your room.
It's just you're scared of the paranormal. Meanwhile, the real threat is like,
I'm like, yo, I'm fucking 6 years old, man. This shit looks scary as all fucking hell.
Yeah, bro. And like, so I think that we can all pretty much. Oh God, there's so much of it in my mouth. Pause.
Sweet.
Oh Lord.
Hey girl,
so much.
I got tentacles out there for my.
yeah, he's a fan of hentai.
Hey, I said I got tentacles, goddamn it. Hentai. Shit.
Okay.
But Betty did have a fat ass.
I think that we can all agree that like most things that people would consider paranormal or unexplained and things like that are simply just that. They're unexplained.
Oh, wait, you got that.
But typically, I think that the majority of things can be explained, right? However, my suggestion is, okay, so I have some truly weird, unexplainable experiences. Shout out to Rayella, my little brother. He actually wanted to be here today because he actually literally even put on Facebook, and then he called me and explained the whole situation where he saw an unidentified flying object. And the reason why you could classify it like that is because it didn't fly in the typical way that normal large aircraft and things like that do. Meaning, fly extremely fast, come to complete stops, turn right, zigzag out of the way, and then out of your vision. And in fact, it wasn't even just him. He actually had a young lady with him who saw the same thing. And he actually disputed the entire thing, and she was just like, I think it's aliens, bro. And he's like, no, it's not. And she's like, yeah, it is. And like, he's like, don't tell me that. No, it's not. And like, but just little things like that. But I can go back to my first experience that I can remember. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and me and my little brother used to have bunk beds, right? We lived right across the street from a church when we first moved here to Colorado, and I don't think that has anything to do about it, but just to paint the picture. Yeah, and like just so one night, you know, I'm on the top bunk, my brother's in the bottom bunk. I'm already having trouble sleeping. I've always had trouble sleeping. and our bedroom door is open, and you just see the dark hallway out there, and I wasn't looking at that. I was actually under the blankets. Like I did take a peek out there, and I was just like, all right, well, there's nothing there, and it's dark, and you're unnerved as a kid sometimes looking into a dark hallway.
Why didn't y'all close the door?
Well, I mean, at that point I was too scared, but for whatever reason they had left it open that night. My parents did.
You should play like a big brother of like, man, Ray, man, go shut that damn door.
Well,
I'm scared.
Well, Brandon was already asleep. He had never had any trouble sleeping. You know what I mean? I did.
And that motherfucker would have been woke him up. Like, yo, go shut the door.
Well, no, like here's the thing. Okay, so I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm tossing and turning, and I'm really trying to sleep. And like I used to have like this technique where like I would just like fold my ear, and then you can hear your heartbeat in your ear, and then use that as white noise to try to fall asleep. And this is when I was 8. I had to start figuring this stuff out early. But anyway, while I'm just tossing and turning and stuff, all of a sudden, a giant ass hand just slaps me right on my back. Big ass hand, like it covered my whole back, right? And then now I'm freaking out because the room was empty. No one was there. I peek out under the blanket. No one was in the room. No one left the room. And then the next day, I'm just like, oh, hey, who was that who came into our room last night? And then both my parents are just like, and I don't remember anybody leaving. I'd never heard any footsteps or anything like that. But I tried to be logical. I was just like, oh, who was in the room? They're like, nobody came to your room. Like, we went to bed when you guys did. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but someone slapped my back last night when I was trying to sleep. And then they basically didn't even say anything. They're just like, well, that's weird. We were asleep. And I'm just like, you're just gonna brush past that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and ironically,
help me!
Exactly, bro. And then like but that's the first unexplained experience to this day that I can remember. Where it's just like, I don't know what the fuck that was. And everything in my memory was just like, okay, the door was open, but not only did I not hear any footsteps, but I never heard anybody go down the hallway. I never heard a door open or close to like my parents' room, and my parents' room was always closed. You know, yeah. So like,
you know why that shit was closed?
Yeah, that.
Wrong side, there you go. That's why it was closed.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so, and I would hear it, like, because I would hear if their room opened. Like, even if my door was closed, I could hear when their door opened because, like, we weren't that far away. Like, they were right down the hall. You know what I mean? And I never heard any sounds. And like, literally, like, like at that point, under the blankets, I'm like petrified. Because I'm just like, what the fuck was that? And nobody's in the room, and I'm not hearing any footsteps. No one's door opened or closed. What is going on, right? So that was my first experience with something completely unexplainable. Do you have anything like in your early childhood that you went through kind of weird like that?
I don't know, just had a hyperactive ass imagination, so if I watched a scary movie, I imagine that shit was happening in my goddamn house. But now as an adult, I used to, somewhat in my early adult years, still feel that way, but then I got older, I realized, after reading about physics and shit, I was like, first off, if any of that shit is real, right, I used to watch scary movies and shit, and usually the ghost is white ghosts.
That's a white ghost.
I'm like, man, fuck that. It's like, we're angry ghosts and we're white and we're in this house.
We're white.
Yeah, we used to live here. I'm like, hold on. I was like, all right, you came back from the dead because you're angry, right? How you died, right? Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm like behind me, I'm like, nigga, I'm descendants of fucking slaves. Right. You don't think my ancestors are pissed the fuck? I'm like, nigga, please, Kunta Kinte, come stump this nigga out the fuck out for me real quick. I dare fucking white ghost to show up at my shit real quick. Ghost are real. I'm like, apparently my nigga Kunta, Nat Turner be just sitting there stumping that ass. Malcolm X dropping the fucking people's elbows on his ass. Fucking damn Marcus Garvey's lifting him up. And all of a sudden Martin Luther King comes out of nowhere. 3D through the fucking table. Oh,
RKO out of nowhere. He's despicable.
And like motherfucking Pee Wee Newton be sitting there just laying a smack down on his ass. Bitch, I'm like, nigga, please. I'm like, hell no. I walk into any goddamn haunted hotel, goddamn, with some white people that die. No offense, white people, anything like that. This is the first time you ever gonna hear me say that. Just in this haunted aspect of their ghosts. But I'm like, nigga, please. I come from goddamn slaves, well, descendant of damn slaves, and you talking about you pissed off because of what? You an angry spirit, motherfucker? You don't think Kunta was pissed off when his name was changed to Toby? Motherfucker, he had to die as old Toby?
Give us free.
Oh, yo, man, go get some water to old Toby over there. He's been on this plantation a minute. Yo, man, he's old as shit. I remember the day he got here.
Well, I mean, to your point, okay, so there's actually a theory on that what you're seeing when people are talking about ghosts and spirits and things like that they're not actually the dead people. They're actually some kind of other entity. Some people call them demons or vengeful spirits that aren't actually human at all. And that's the reason why they be fucking with people, is because, like, that's just what they do. They feed off of negative energy type things.
Man, you got that, even fucked up sound effect in here? Because I'm like...
no, I don't have that one.
Cool.
You know it fucked up, right?
So you gonna get me on that first one. You won't scare me on that first one. You might get me on that first one. But after that, dog, I'm gonna let you know you done fucked up. You should have finished the job. You should have pushed me off the damn cliff or the balcony.
I mean, what's your recourse, though? Like, are you gonna, what? You gonna find a priest?
No,
you're like gonna try to bless the house.
No, nigga, my recourse is fucking physics. Like, I study physics. So I'm like, I'm about to go back to college for chemical engineering. And I'm like, physics is a part of it. And I was like, all right, bitch. I'm like, if this shit is possible, I dare you to pop your ass up right now in the hallway to be like, ugh. And I'm like, bitch, if that shit is possible, you know what else is possible, my nigga? What? Coming down the hallway and shit like a Dementor with your little chain shaking and shit, like, whoa, bitch. I'll be like, okay, bitch. I'll be like, okay, come here, huh? It's like, that shit ain't real, bitch.
Final flash!
Shit, like, yes, nigga. I'm like, okay, bitch, both of us. Nigga, I'll draw some shit from imagination. I'll be like, gomo, nigga, fist to the face.
Gobble, no!
Like, gomo,
got to leave!
Put in your ass. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, first off, you ever watch those scary movies? The ghost kills the person, right? The person dies. Bitch, you just leveled the motherfucking playing field. I'm dead. It's like, oh my God, I'm dead. This is my body. You killed me. It's like, I did. I'm like, round two, bitch. Oh, motherfucker. Bitch.
But that's what I'm saying is that, like, now I'm not saying that I believe in ghosts, but I'm just exhausting the possibilities that technically these spirits or whatever are not human. So they can kill you, and you wouldn't be leveling the playing field because you just go to where you're supposed to go, and they're out here chilling.
Bitch, please.
And because there's also another theory on it where these things could just be other beings that operate on a different dimensional plane, and sometimes these dimensions collide and bleed through, and like they may not even be trying to do it on purpose, but like. Imagine that this is like an alternate Earth, like because all of our decisions actually split off infinitely every time we make a decision. It could just be like if you see a ghost standing there, that could just be Q. Literally,
like how that poster's just kind of waving back and forth right now.
Yeah, that could just let's say we see Q standing there for half a second. That could just be a reality where we haven't started the podcast yet, and you were standing over there talking, and it just happened to bleed into this reality, and we happen to be perceiving it. You know what I mean? So
like that's the past. Okay. So it's like that theory of it's like
multi parallel universes theory.
No, I don't think because I was standing there earlier, but it could be like that theory of the past, present,
all
and
points
the
in time exist at the same point.
Yes, at the same exact damn time.
The only issue, at the same damn time. The only problem with that is that you have to factor in. The Earth is moving, the sun is moving, and we're moving through the galaxy. So technically, that person is thousands of miles away from where we just were, because it was in past. Because we're constantly moving right now through the solar system and through the galaxy.
Wait, did you know right now, as the universe is moving on, that we can only see 6% of the universe, and that percentage of the universe that we can see is getting smaller? I forgot. It's called like something H sphere, and like that sphere of light that we see from other galaxies is just getting smaller and smaller because the universe is expanding at such a rate.
Yeah.
They say, light, nothing travels faster than light except for outside darkness.
There's the non-locality principle, but in terms of traveling speed, from what we understand.
So the universe is expanded beyond the speed of light, and at the same time, it's like, look, motherfucker, like Muhammad Ali, one of his greatest quotes was, he says, I'm so fast. I turned off the lights and I was
in bed before the room was dark. Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, first off, as soon as you turn off the light, well, I wish we had a fucking intern here, like one of these graphic artists that keep hitting us up. I hope you bitches are watching this goddamn show, because it'd be nice if we could show up and be a fucking intern to turn.
Bro, they want to do work for us, but they don't even support our fucking content, bro. Isn't that weird?
Nah, man, they listen to this shit now. You better have a goddamn rebuttal. Like, yo, I'll be an intern. Like, shit. If you're in the Denver area, you're a graphic artist, you want to do some graphic artist work for the Homeboy Etiquette podcast, come and be a goddamn intern and be able to turn off the fucking lights as we tell this joke about how the world and the universe is expanding and how darkness is a little bit faster than fucking light. That'd be nice. You can prove that fucking point over there right now. But no, you ain't over there. You over there. What the fuck is they doing anyway?
Well, I don't know, probably some art project.
Yeah, man,
but like, it's not. I don't think darkness necessarily has a speed. It's that what we perceive as darkness is literally the absence of photons, which are light. So technically, everything is already dark, and the only reason why we have light is because these are the things that are traveling. Darkness is just something in our perception that just perpetually exists, whether light exists or not.
I mean, what did the Lord say? The Lord said,
"What? Let there be light." Because he had to realize that he was in darkness. See, I get into this argument with my dad all the time. I'm just like, you realize that, like, the first consciousness, which you call God, literally had to awake, and he was surrounded in darkness and then separated himself and light from the already existing darkness.
What is he like, yo, nigga, I need a light in this motherfucking shit. What the
shit,
fuck
I can't see myself. What's going on? Yeah, but okay. So like, once again, like, I think.
Wait. Since we're in Denver, we have one of those haunting places. Have you ever been to that damn bridge where the damn drums little dum dum?
Third bridge, yeah. Yeah, I've been there. I never saw anything. And actually, one of my old homeboys in high school, he told us that back when he was like in high school, him and a bunch of friends actually started that rumor. Like, have you ever been down there? I never saw shit when I went.
I mean, I can get it how rumors start. Rumors start, and then rumors turns into myths, and myths turns into legends and shit like that. And be like, don't go to Third Bridge. And it's be like, and then people
it's
just imagine
ghost
hearing
down
shit.
There.
Like, oh shit. Like, you remember that superstition, since we're in the Halloween territory, like the superstition here goes, you walk with your group of friends, and one of you guys just split the pole, like, hey, nigga.
You know what? Like, I don't know why people take that one seriously. It's just like, bro, like, if there's not enough room on that side of the pole, I gotta walk on this side. That doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? Like,
freak out us kids. And then we also had our conspiracy. Okay, but never mind. We're not gonna go conspiracy theories about the Illuminati. That was
that's a little too far. But we can go down that direction, which I was gonna get to later, about UFOs, aliens, and extraterrestrials, stuff like that. Go ahead.
I will say aliens exist because we have never verified aliens, like but it's extraterrestrial aliens. We haven't proven it. Somebody like, we're proving it. There's UFOs. You know what UFO stand for? Unidentified flying object, motherfucker. Can you see the license plates on that bitch? Can you see the license plate? What's the registration? What's the fucking VIN number?
I cannot say.
You don't see it. Do you? Of course, it's a fucking unidentified object. You don't know what the fuck it is, and it goes by.
Okay, well, we're getting to this conversation then. Okay, so I cannot verify if a body has been recovered, but what I can say is that during COVID in 2020, on CNN, the CIA basically came out and literally said that not only are UFOs real, but they were extraplanetary craft, and the technology that they got from the UFOs they recovered, they did reverse engineer to create certain weapons and certain technologies we use today. They literally, and you can go to CIA.gov. You don't have to believe me. Go to CIA.gov and go to the declassified documents section. They have everything that you need. All right,
I'll pull it. You remember during the fucking, it wasn't the Cold War area, but it was like the race to the fucking moon era and shit like that.
Yeah, like Kennedy administration. Yeah.
Like, we beat Russia to the damn moon and some shit. We didn't know what the fuck Russia was building to get to the goddamn moon. But we was like, yo,
they were sending niggas up to die left and right. There's probably still some Russian frozen popsicles up there, just like I didn't make it. And they sent monkeys at first, and then they started sending niggas, and none of them made it. None of them made it, bro.
We call our fellow Russians niggas. Like, okay, not fellow Russians.
Well, Russian niggas.
I mean, we could be Russian sleeping agents before. We don't know about that.
It's shit. Mother Russia.
Don't talking about Mother Russia like that.
In Soviet Russia, rocket rides you. Like, bro.
Drink your vodka.
Then drink
Ah, it's
my
actually
fucking
tequila.
vodka.
With tequila people here. You know what that means?
Tequila, American drink.
But fucking, I'm like, yeah, but like they was building different shit. We was building different shit. Somebody else looked at it and they was building different shit. And of course, it's like an unidentified flying object. It's like other people built shit, sent it up at that time. It's like China sends shit up, we send shit up, other countries send shit up. China's like, they're sending up apparently wrecking balls up there. Like they sending Miley Cyrus satellite. We came in like a wrecking ball. Anyway.
What is that?
We're not a political fucking podcast, so over there we're trying to just keep making my goddamn iPod.
Well, you know, we can say that for now until, you know, in 20 years, once they
we're speaking Mandarin.
Once they owe, like, because of the fact that we owe them so much, that this becomes the United States of China.
Ooh, we forgot about their superstition. Well, or it's like the Japanese superstition. What the fuck was it called?
Which one?
Like Oni. Like you remember Jackie Chan?
Oni is the name. That's the word for demon.
Yeah,
Also, Aku means devil.
You mean you remember Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yeah.
With the Oni mask?
Yeah, the Oni mask, the talismans, nigga. Yeah, Jackie Chan Adventures was the shit, nigga.
Fuck. Oh, yo, man, I love that superstition, yo. Chinese.
Yumo Gwei Gwai Fadi Sao. Yumo Gwei Gwai Fadi Sao. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like, man, I remember that shit. That shit was dope as hell. Like, the great thing about superstitions is there's always this great stories behind it. Like, for China, the Jackie Chan Adventure with the talismans and the onigami mask and shit like that, or you go to the Japanese with like the ogres and shit, like the myths that we differently have. Or you go to Egypt and this shit, like
their gods, Anubis,
like
Thoth, Horus, yeah, like what was that?
Even the shit we adapted into the comic books, like Bass, the fucking panther goddess for Wakanda and shit like that, and the superstition that we build, and it's dope. Even if you go to like the strictly occult, it's something. It's like during that conspiracy theories of like the Freemasons right there. But one of the things about the Freemasons was that you had to believe in something of a higher order than yourself. Like you had to believe in something beyond yourself, like that. Whether it be Bass, whether it be Ra, whether it be it's not a. Damn it! I forgot the damn Japanese gods. Or like
Amaterasu is a sun god.
Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Okay, Amaterasu, but Amaterasu had a counterpart too, didn't he?
Because that's a sun god. I can't remember.
So Amaterasu,
the moon god.
We had Ra, then we had Apollo, then we had fucking. Well, we don't count anything Roman because Roman just stole. Like,
they literally just
from Greek.
And even Greeks took their mythology from Egypt.
I don't know about that. I think it was Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology was definitely different. Like Egyptian mythology was Horus, Ra, Isis, my nigga Anubis and shit like that. And then
but the stories are so similar.
Set. What? Motherfucking Zeus? Zeus was a man whore. Zeus was a straight up man whore. Hercules was a drunken motherfucker that murdered his goddamn family, and they had to go through the 12 labors. And then you had, who else was there? You had Eros. So Valentine's Day is coming up, and you got Eros, whoever, he met a girl. He's like,
Eros is a type of love,
he crept to this girl. He's like, yo, what's up, man? I can take you to this place, nice and quiet. Moved into the creek. I got a real pretty little thing. Just don't shine no goddamn light on my face. That's what Eros was. And then the chick shined the light on his face, and Eros was like, oh my god, you see my face? I didn't want you to know I was a god. And he died, and she died because she threw herself off a cliff too. Yes, Eros. And then Aphrodite's a goddamn. Shout out to our British homeboys over there. So I had to borrow from your intellect. So Aphrodite was
right, mate.
Goddamn cunt.
Bloody cunt.
And because like she found a girl that was more prettier than her, and she cursed that girl. What was it? Persephone or some shit? Persephone. It was another. Oh no! It was Medusa. Medusa was pretty, and Aphrodite was a hating ass bitch. And then she was like, "Nah, fuck that shit, man. You ain't about to be pretty. You ain't about to be shining me in this motherfucker." And she was like, "Hair full of snakes, nigga. And every motherfucker you look in the eye, turn to stone. How you like that, hoe? Word up."
If anyone looks upon your beauty, you become stone. But that also reminds me of in Africa, it was Queen Nagas, the Serpent Queen, which the snakes represented wisdom. But then once in Greek culture, the Serpent Queen was Medusa. You know what I mean?
Serpent Queen. She was
the images are the same. You know,
because she was pretty, and Aphrodite was a hating ass bitch.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Aphrodite kicking the door like, you hate them hating. I was like, bitch, you know that's right. Fuck out of here. It's like Zeus, man, whore, you hating ass motherfucker. Like, you thought she was the prettiest girl in the goddamn cheerleading squad, and all of a sudden that fucking foreign exchange student came in, was like, pow! You was like, Susan's a whore on the bathroom walls.
Right, in my country, you're average. Like, but, okay, so, staying on the unexplained type of stuff, what do you think about the fact that the CIA, I think it was genius that the CIA finally declassified their information that they have, at least some of it, when it comes to UFOs and alien craft and reverse engineering technology and things like that. I think it was genius that they chose the time of COVID, because I had this conversation with several people and they're like, yeah, I heard about it, but nobody gives a fuck because of COVID. You know what I mean? And like, I think it was great for them to put out that information then, because people have been waiting for years. When are they going to give us the alien information, right? And then like, so what do you think about that? Like, now that the CIA itself, and you can go to CIA.gov right now and find all their information on it, how does that make you feel about the situation of, now we know that it's not just humans out here? Like they've officially made it official. Now we know it's not just humans out here. How does that make you feel?
Well, no shit. Where do you think goldfish come from?
Well, I mean, octopus actually, like, they're weird, bro. Like, they're strangely intelligent problem solvers.
No shit.
Like dolphins, if they had opposable thumbs, they would kill the entire planet, I'm sure.
First off, I don't think dolphins, they got their fin. It's like, here's my fin and my opposable thumb at the end of it. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Oh, I can hold this.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, hands with opposable thumbs.
I mean, shit, it'd be worried. Like, first off, I'm not worried about a dolphin. Here's the animals on this planet that I'm ever worried about if they ever came into the environment that I've lived in. It's like downtown Denver, sighting of 4 chimps. Like, first off, you see a fucking chimp, you shoot that motherfucker. Anybody got a pet chimp next to your house? You shotgun that motherfucker. You shoot. Take out chimps. Them motherfuckers is raw, vicious, and primals all hell. Chimps all the way to the sky hall heaven. I'd rather sit next to a fucking crocodile than a chimp. You know what else I like?
You can deal with the crocodile. A chimp will just rip you to pieces.
Them bitches are ruthless. Them motherfuckers are straight chimp. They're like
immensely powerful
and childlike, like child throwing a tantrum. Like,
yeah, man.
And them motherfuckers walking around, fuck yeah, fucking alien. I'll take an alien spaceship probe and give me a goddamn colonoscopy when I'm about 40 years old.
Colonoscopy.
Then fucking sit next to a guy. What's his name? Mr. Bobo, Michael Jackson chimp? Like, would you like to hang out with Michael Jackson's chimp, Mr. Bobo? Like, fuck no, nigga. Give me a fucking alligator and a shark every day of the damn week. Fuck chimps. And also, secondary, fuck hippopotamuses.
Julian has an irrational fear of hippopotamuses as well.
The motherfucker got the strongest bite force on the fucking planet, and they're herbivores, but yet they kill anything that comes near them they don't like. They don't agree with.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, hey, yo, man.
I just can't imagine a world where I'm going to be close to a hippo.
Shit, somebody, some dumbass, somewhere bought a fucking hippo. It's just like Tiger King and all them motherfuckers buying tigers. Like, you ever heard the story of tigers? Like, fucking alien. First off, let's talk about the shit we got here on Earth. Like a tiger. Whoa. Right? There was a story of these 5 fishermen on a boat out to sea, and this tiger came from the jungle, jumped in the water, swam. They tried to fight him off, hit him with the poles and shit. It grabbed the motherfucker, killed him, dragged him to shore, and then repeated that process 4 more motherfucking times and killed all the fishermen on that boat and had a great goddamn Thanksgiving.
That was a lot of free food. Yeah.
Like, first off, how bit? Like, these motherfuckers. Like, no, I'm not. I will be. They're like, there's a chimp, there's a hippopotamus, there's a tiger, there's a spaceship. I'll be like, I'll guess I'm about to see if I'm gay or not. Beam me up, Scotty.
No. Like, in the anal probe thing, that's so hokey, man. Like, when I look into when I have the thought experiment, and also into the research that I've seen about what extraterrestrials actually are, which is literally just, some kind of sentient being that is just ahead of us, technology that has the ability to travel better than we do.
What we wish, what we hope for, because being the most dominant, we're the most dominant species on the planet outside of ants.
I mean, barely, bro. I mean, like, if you fight an animal in its environment, you're gonna die.
No, wait, here. I like that app core is like the question and shit is like, what is the most scariest animal on the planet? And this motherfucker said humans, because you know what? Here's how it goes. Back in the primordial time, you can just walk, you kill one human amongst a group, and that group, they come back for revenge. We come back for revenge. We hunt you down, we kill you, we take you, we make a fucking nice suit out of you, we rap about you in a fucking song and shit. Yeah, nigga with my rhinoceros horn on. Nigga knows my motherfucking song.
Yes! I mean, but
we murdered everything. Like, you take one of us out, like, all right, my bad. I don't mean to just take over. I'll let this.
No. I got you. Like, cause right. I was gonna continue on your point because, like, but my question is like, that's why I say, like, in its turf because, like, we can if we have time, if we have enough time to marinate, that we can create something that can probably kill the animal. But it's just like, okay, you get dropped into a room, and it could be a big room. It could be literally 100 foot by 100 foot, and it's just. You get dropped in helicopter, and then they drop in a grizzly bear.
Bitch, we dead.
What the? That's what I'm saying.
101.
Or you could put you in a big 100 foot by 100 foot by 100 foot fish tank, drop you in there, and then drop in a shark.
I feel comfortable with that than the grizzly bear.
Eventually, that shark's gonna win.
That shark's gonna be like, what the fuck?
You can keep hitting him in the nose, poke him in the eyes. You could do all that, but eventually, lifeless eyes like a doll's eyes. It's literally going to bite you in half.
I trust the shark more than the grizzly bear.
Well, okay, and then you take our next closest relative, the chimp.
I'll take the shark over the goddamn chimp.
You drop into a 100 foot by 100 foot room with a chimp, you're gonna die.
Okay, I got a 100 by 100 foot room. I'm at one end of this 100 foot room, and the shark's at this end, right? Mm. What am I gonna do? I'm like, oh no, it's filled. Wait, is it water?
It has to be because the shark's in there.
Oh, okay, you just drop the shark. Maybe just air and shit.
No,
okay,
it's because he's dead.
I'm in salt water, right? And okay, I'm at the other end, and I know the shark's at the other end. What do?
Drown yourself.
Yes.
You're like exactly.
Suicide's
the only. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't. Like the only reason why people put themselves at the top of the food chain is because we've had enough time to marinate.
And become in groups.
Yeah, like we attack in groups, and we've had enough time to marinate to where we can form protective barriers enough to let us get the time to build tools and weapons that can help us defend against these actual monsters.
Now,
like you know what I mean? A tiger, bro. A tiger.
Right, yo.
Have you ever put your hand? You put your hand on a horse, right?
I'll stay away from horses. I don't like horses. They might accidentally kick you and knock you the fuck out.
Dude, when you put your hand on a horse, it does not feel like it's a living thing. It's so powerful. It's literally so powerful. It's like imagine your car was alive, and this nigga is literally just like, do I fuck with you or not? You know what I mean? And then the second he does it, you're dead.
With the horse?
You know, yes. The horse could just be like, dead.
I mean, and ride it.
You don't even have to ride it, bro. If he just does this, and then comes down with one good clop on the top of your head, you're dead.
I mean, just
it's
get
over.
The fuck out the way and let him run away, and just stay down. Just let the horse run away, goddammit.
Dude,
that's how our cowboys were. But what I was talking about.
Go ahead.
I was like, if we had paranormal entities like that, paranormal entities, when you come into the thing, you don't just get to come into it and not affect the laws of physics. And when you affect the laws of physics, we got enough motherfuckers on this goddamn planet who will figure that shit out, figure out how to deal with it, and we'll be coming in that bitch with some spectral brass knuckles and shit, and all of a sudden that mean coming out, I am that everybody. Nigga, run me my money.
I mean,
where's my money? Where's my money, bitch?
I mean, you could probably make some brass knuckles with some magnets or something, right? Because because everything in this universe is based off of electromagnetism, from what we understand. So if you could disrupt its field, then in theory you could punch a ghost.
Oh, we'd be beating that ass.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
It's just like, it's going through. It's like, ow, why does that hurt? I don't have a physical form.
Shut up, bitch.
Ow,
nigga,
stop.
Shit, nigga.
Run me your pockets, nigga. Run me your pockets.
What's that, ectoplasm? How much is ectoplasm on the market? Oh, shit
You mean
Snoop Dogg
ghost jizz?
Yo, can they sniff that shit? Yo, nigga, yo, we hunting ghosts right now to get ectoplasm, and we gonna be selling that shit like a drug. Yo, nigga, I'm so high, I'm floating out of my body.
Oh,
like,
man.
Motherfucker, we are capitalists. We will fuck some shit up for some ectoplasm. Like, if there a ghost to pop the fuck up.
We'll definitely find a way, man. Okay, have you ever heard of, there's 2 projects that were done back in around World War II, right?
Manhattan Project? And what else?
Well, yeah, there's a Manhattan Project, but I'm talking about the Philadelphia experiment and then Project Montauk.
Oh, I've never heard of these before. That's interesting.
Okay, I actually did a report on it in college. So the Philadelphia experiment is an experiment where both Einstein and Nikola Tesla were drafted in order to work on this project. And what it was the Philadelphia experiment specifically was based off of, they were trying to create stealth technology for battleships and submarines. And they were testing it on battleships. What it was is that they were trying to use electromagnets in order to be able to create a field that made around the boats that made them appear invisible.
To an electrical like a radar, sonar radio system?
Sonar and radar and visibly.
No, visibly, because 2 ships, like there was a saying, like 2 ships could pass by each other in the dark of the night on the sea and nobody would notice anything, because like I've been on a cruise as a kid,
yeah,
and this is what I realized, like when I realized, like, fuck me, I'm small. I'm like, I was on a cruise ship, right? Carnival Cruise as a kid, I was 10 years old, going to 5th grade, and then it's dark at this time. I'm on like one of the top decks, and I look out, and you can see the moon, some stars, but always now when
the
you
stars
look down,
and the mountains,
dog, it's pitch black. It is pitch fucking black.
It wasn't for nighttime travel. They were basically trying to solve the idea of invisibility. And like, so that's why the first idea that they thought of was electromagnetism. And so basically what they did, see, Nikola Tesla, he was just like, I'm not going to do this. And no. See, Einstein, he refused immediately. And then Nikola Tesla said, this doesn't seem ethical to me. I don't want to build things that help people kill people. You know what I mean? And so what he did is all the equations he came up with for the prototype, he actually sabotaged some of the numbers. But they went ahead and tried it anyway. And what wound up happening is, allegedly, they turn on the machine. The ship does disappear. But here's what wound up happening. There were sightings of the ship in different places around the world over the next 15 minutes. Apparently, the ship had, quote unquote, possibly teleported. And then what wound up happening when they turned it off and it came back, people were literally fused into the walls because they became intangible. And when the ship came back, people were stuck in between staircases, through floors, stuck in walls. There was only like 3 survivors, and two of them died later from other random health defects, probably from the radiation. One guy survived, but then he goes crazy. But he tells his account of what happened on everything, and his shit didn't get published for like years and years later. And then the reason why I bring up there's that one, and then there's Project Montauk. This is the lead into that. Is because of that happening, they decided to try to take that technology and then they redid it in Europe under the name of Project Montauk. You can look all this stuff up if you want. I could put some links in the chat if you guys want. Project Montauk, they figured that what they had done was they had tapped into some not like a loophole in physics, but like a new form of exploiting physics. It will wind up happening is there's something called Project Montauk that led into Project Looking Glass, right? So they used the same type.
Looking Glass sounds familiar. What the fuck is that one?
Project Looking Glass is where they were actually trying to communicate or see into different dimensions. And so Project Montauk led into this whole thing where they tried to use the same electromagnetic technology in order to be able to create dimensional portals or try to get some information or energy or something like that from different dimensions. It sounds crazy when you say it like that, but look up the D-Wave computer, where these quantum computers are actually making calculations in other dimensions, and and that's the reason why its computing power is so high, is because they're exploiting the fact that dimensions are overlaid on the top of each other. String theory is literally has us at over 13 dimensions that they can count so far. You know what I mean? And so what the D-Wave computer does is it does computations in other dimensions, because this dimension is too slow for them to move as fast as they do. Yeah, like Google has one. Google has a D-Wave computer that they're working on. But like several companies do. They've all been trying to work on it at the same time. It's called quantum. It's called quantum computers.
Oh, okay.
You've heard of quantum computers?
Yeah, no.
That's what it is. Okay. They make their computations in other dimensions.
Oh, give me a second. I don't know how E does this with his dreads.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you do it. Oh wait,
I tie my shit back. Yeah.
Like, E's like over here is like yo.
But yeah, but I mean, all this stuff sounds like it's science fiction, and at one point it was.
No, quantum computing's real.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. You guys can look up the Philadelphia experiment, Project Montauk, quantum computing, and then see, actually read on how it works. But it's all related.
See, my argument with that is, not argument with that is, but that definitely vouches for is like, if there was some supernatural shit, we will figure it out, and we will learn how to fucking just stump the shit out of some ghosts. It's like, we'll learn how to use them. Like, motherfucker, can I use you for tax evasion?
Oh, dude. Oh, I didn't. Oh, dude, no. We'll have to have a day where we talk about conspiracy theories, bro. We can't go down that road. But I mean, technically, this is paranormal and unexplained. So, I'm sure you've heard of the Mandela Effect.
I heard of it. What's that shit again? Explain it.
Okay, so here's how the theory goes. The Mandela Effect is essentially people. Massive amounts of people having memories of how things were in one way, and then another group of people having memories of it being in another, right?
It's kind of, that sounds kind of like semi-like Buddhist. You can remember reincarnation and some shit like that.
Kind of, but here's the biggest example. So it's called the Mandela Effect because there was Nelson Mandela. There's two schools of thought on Nelson Mandela. See, when I was in school, I was taught that Nelson Mandela was a political figure in Africa who literally was arrested by his government and died in prison.
No, he didn't die.
Exactly. But there's a lot of people who share that same memory as me. I was taught that in school.
That's because it was taught. And then you teach something, it's taught to a number of people. It's not like just one person, you are my student.
But there are also people who were taught that he just became the president of South Africa and he never went to prison.
No, he went to... Bitch, what? He went to... Who the fuck says that shit? He went to prison, stuck that shit out, was cool as...
No. Wait, sorry, I'm wrong. He went to prison, but he got out and then became president.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know people, like myself, I was taught that he died in prison.
Yeah.
But there's a shit ton of people where they were taught that. And then, so the idea is it comes down to the Large Hadron Collider.
Obeezy went over there to go visit him. I'm calling him Obeezy just because I watched too much Boondocks.
Well, it comes down to the Large Hadron Collider. You know the particle accelerator.
Yeah.
Apparently, the people in Geneva.
They have one of those there. Of course.
Yeah, in Geneva, Switzerland.
Yeah. Okay.
With the LHC, a lot of people speculate that. Oh, also, actually on their website, but what they do is they basically put out everything that they do in scientific language so that most people aren't able to translate it.
I don't think it's like most people aren't translating, but that's just
it's hyper advanced math, bro.
It's like how many studying chemistry is like how many ways they measure heat. You can measure it in calories. You can measure that shit in kelvins. You can measure that shit in Fahrenheit. How do you measure just heat itself, not a fire, not a flame, heat, and you can measure heat in fucking 7 different degrees, and it's like, yo, I'm looking at, you look at a paper and it's like, well, it's this many calories. I'm like, bitch, you mean kelvins? And they're like, no, you mean Fahrenheit, you mean Celsius? I'm like, fuck off. Measuring temperature and shit, so many different fucking ways of measuring temperature or energy output. And it's like, depending on what country, it's like how us here in the U.S. we have the imperial system. Somebody's like, U.S. is imperial or some shit like that. I'm like, maybe not, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, it's and then we have the metric. system across the world. Usually people use the metric system, and then we use the imperial system. Wait, you saying you did?
I'm literally just joking, like because Americans hate metric.
Oh, I mean, I hate kilometers. I don't like kilometers. Fuck that shit. I don't like kilometers.
I don't like kilos.
You don't like kilos?
No, like I'm just like pounds make more sense to me.
I like pounds
than kilos.
I like pounds
because it's 2.2 kilos per pound.
I like pounds better.
It just makes things easier.
It's like, man, 6 pounds of coke.
Dude, like I'm 165 pounds,
sugar.
But in kilos, I'm what? 330 kilos? What?
No, I like the idea of being
No, it's 2.2 divided. So I'm like...
Fuck all that. That's too much goddamn bullshit.
I'm like 70 to 75 kilos.
It's like when I look at something, it's like, I'm looking at the diagram and I'm looking at the instructions, like, make sure it's this many Celsius degrees. I'm like, bitch, send an email. Put that shit in Fahrenheit. Fuck you. I'm not doing the math. You do the math. You wrote the instructions, you do the goddamn conversion from Celsius to goddamn Fahrenheit. Matter of fact, convert it to Kelvin and convert it back to Fahrenheit.
Yeah, real shit, bro. Oh yeah. So the Mandela Effect is that CERN itself is actually working on a lot of different projects, not just the LHC. And one of them is supposed to be dealing with reality, how reality works. And
how reality works?
The reason why this whole thing came up is because there be people who work for CERN who literally would be putting up like random number codes, and then when you translate the codes, they all came down to the name Mandela. And then so that's why it became the Mandela Effect, because there were so many people that believe he became the president and so many people that believe that he died. So the actual theory is that one or more of the experiments from CERN is that they may be trying to make tiny changes in reality by affecting the past.
I think
like tiny things. So you got like Bernstein Bears, the label on Coca-Cola, like just little tiny changes where people their entire lives have remembered it one way, but when you look at every single picture throughout history, it was never that. Like, okay, let me ask you a question. Does the Monopoly guy have a monocle?
No.
No?
The top hat.
Yes, he has the top hat. There's a shit ton of people, even myself included, that always remembered him having a monocle. But then I had to actually go and research. I'm just like, he's never had a fucking monocle. It's some weird ass shit.
People just think they assume that image it's like that uppity image, like ta with a monocle or some shit like that. First of all, who the fuck wore a monocle, and why did you wear a monocle? What was the fucking purpose of that damn monocle? Did you have one bad eye? It was like,
that's probably what it was.
This eye is my 20/20 vision right here. This guy I need help with.
My eyes are different, so I can see that. But my thing is that the first image I ever had of somebody wearing a monocle was on Monopoly. I was 5 years old the first time I ever played Monopoly with my family.
But you know Monopoly has had different covers coming up. Just because he doesn't have a Monopoly.
Nah, bro. Do a Google search. You won't find a single picture of the Monopoly guy with the monocle. Not one.
Okay, so cool.
Zero.
That makes sense.
Unless, except for the ones where they're trying to prove the Mandela Effect. It's just like, do you remember this or do you remember this?
Oh, this is fucking wrong with people's memory. That's like when you got a guy up on the stand as a witness, and
that's the disputing factor.
I remember, and then you can lead the witness into remembering something else, and people can't really trust your witness memory or witness testimony
because memories can be affected by emotion,
and memory can change. It's like motherfuckers. Like, I remember. What the fuck do I remember? I don't know. Shit.
Oh well, I was there, and it was Tuesday, so you were there on Wednesday. No, I said it was a Tuesday, so you're there on Thursday. Wait, I think it was a Wednesday. You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's like memories. Like some people actually remember things very well, but it's like it depends. It's like witness testimony and things like 20 years ago. I'm like, nigga, you know how many days and hours are in 20 years? In 20 years? In 20, you know what the hell out of?
I was 21.
Like, let me imagine how insignificant.
No, I was 11.
This was 20. Oh, okay. So 20 years ago was 30.
You know 20. You know.
Wait, okay.
You know what 20 years ago was? That was 9/11. You remember that shit, don't you?
No. 9/11 was a year after that.
20 years ago?
Okay, then you was right. You was right. Yeah, you was right.
Because I'm 31 and I was 11 on 9/11.
Okay, I was 10. Okay, so it was. But that was 20 years ago. It wasn't. 20 years ago, say if it was, I don't know how
It's
many days
2021.
ago, but it's about to be
It's
Halloween.
2001.
It's about to be Halloween. So I remember 20 years ago.
I don't remember the Halloween of that year.
like-
All I remember about that year was 9/11.
I don't even a lot of shit about the year. But so 20 years ago from today, if we take it back from today and we like, I don't know if the days go forward or go backward, but around that time is between, we'll say call it around Halloween time, and then 20 years ago Halloween, I was in Toledo, Ohio. No, I was in Lima. I was in Lima, Ohio for a Halloween party that weekend, and me and my cousin Parrish got in a fight. So shout out to God damn, I forgot his
Shout out to
Pardon Me with P. Pardon Me with P. And if you can just bring his logo up there, like Pardon Me with Peace, my cousin got his own YouTube thing going on. He's dope as fuck.
You have to send me the link so I can send the correct stuff.
Hell yeah. But anyway, yeah, 20 years ago, me and him was fighting at a fucking Halloween party in Lima, fucking Ohio.
Yeah, like the only thing I remember legitimately about 2001 is 9/11, and it's a very clear memory. I remember like the teacher's crying, she turns on the TV, and then and then the school, they turned off the lights for some reason, and then all we have is the security lights, and then everybody's just like looking at the TV screen, and then you see the smoke coming from the buildings, and then you see the second plane come into the second building, and my teacher's like, ooh! And then she just turns off the TV, and all of us kids are just like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at him just like, wait, is that the news, or like, is this real? Like, is this a movie? Like, why are we watching this? You know what I mean? Like, I just heard those were my exact thoughts. I'm like, is this real, or is this a movie? Like, what's going on? I just see smoke, a building, a plane into a building. Okay.
I mean,
why is she crying?
I kind of like I was a kid. we was in the hospital. It was me, my grandmother, and then it was my great grandmother's in the hospital. And then 9/11, she had passed, and you look up at the screen, it's like, oh my god, and it's like you see the plane goes into the building and shit like this. I'm like fucking 10 years old. It was like New York City, U.S. been attacked. I'm like, all right, well the U.S. been attacked, and it's in New York City. I've never been in New York City, so I don't. My great grandmother just passed away. Been taking care of this whole summer and this whole year. So I'm like, what's more important to me? Fuck you.
My grandmother.
My great grandmother.
Grandma had passed away. No.
Yeah, so my great grandmother, shout out to Grandma B, she passed away on September 11th of 2001, and that's what I remember more than anything.
She died on that day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was in the hospital. That's when I looked up at the screen and shit, like she,
You're like, I don't care about this.
I was like, oh damn, that sucks. Damn.
But this sucks worse.
Yeah. My grandmother's mom just passed away. She's crying like, yeah.
I got you. Well, sorry for your loss on that day. Okay, well we got about 10 minutes left. Okay. You're a man of science. I didn't know how deep into physics you were because I actually love physics. I was much better at chemistry in high school, but then after I got into college, and then after college I started doing a lot of independent research into physics and like cosmology, and then understanding like plasma cosmology, understanding the electromagnetic nature of the universe and how things kind of connect and work. So as a man of science, because like I just like to.
I'm not gonna say I'm a man of science. I'm a man as in what the hell is in front of me right now.
What's real, right?
Yeah, if I see
realism,
like, a spectral figure, like it's weird. Like I got a story. So last night I'm at home. My girl gets home. I can't sleep till she gets home because I'm worried. I want to make sure she gets home. Walks indoors. Cool. She walks in and then moves around. Dogs are excited. And then she comes in the room and then leaves the room. And I was starting to hear her brother's voice. And I was like, all right, so she's playing a game, whatever. So she comes to bed. I'm laying down. I'm going to sleep. But I'm finally starting to get to sleep. And then I started hearing like, I'm like, the fuck is that? And I was like, I woke up. I was like, because my dogs make me paranoid. I'm a light sleeper now because my dogs make me paranoid. I don't know if they fucking with shit or not, so I'm paranoid. Fuck you, Fido. Eat it, Fido. You never be laughing, Fido. You never be airbud, Fido.
It's still going. Why is it still going?
Oh, Scooby-Doo, having Scooby snacks ass motherfucker. Oh, so love my dogs. They just pissing me off lately. But so I'm sitting there like, I wake up, I'm hearing this sound, and for me, I'm like, I know all the sounds, all the shit around my damn house, like I know everything pretty much. And then I'm hearing this foreign sound that just wakes me up out of my sleep. I look over to my right. I was like, all right, Benny's there. I look on my left, there's my girl next to me. I look over her shoulder, it's like, all right, there's Tenzin or the other dogs. I'm like, okay, the dogs are in here, but I heard something from out there. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, did some motherfucker did she leave the door unlocked and some motherfucker just wander into the goddamn house and now is roaming around in my kitchen? That's my thought. I was like, wow. I was like, all right, let me go check this shit out. So I open the door and I see this figure standing there in front of my fridge. And my brain just processes it. It goes like, all right, we gotta jump some shit together right now, guys. Where do we
help me?
We're in the house. She probably left the door unlocked, and this nigga just walked in randomly, is roaming around in your kitchen. And I go, what the fuck? Yeah. And then my girl goes, she wakes up immediately because she kind of notices like my voice goes like, what the fuck? And she goes, oh shit, babe, that's Jordan. It's like, I was like, oh look.
But in your mind, this is just some nigga, and you're just ready to.
Cause I'm tired. I've been fighting trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't get to sleep until she got home. And then she got home and she wasn't in the room for a while because I thought she was just playing games. And when I heard Jordan's voice, I thought it was coming from the video game, like her speakers or some shit on the computer. And I started hearing his voice. I'm like, oh, she's just playing Call of Duty with her brother. I'm like, cool. And then when I open the door, this motherfucker standing there. I'm like, who the? Because my brain's like, okay, he's at home at his house Okay, and I'm like looking at this motherfucker. I was like, oh my god, I gotta kill him. What the fuck? Yeah, that's exactly. Play that shit again. What the fuck? And yeah, then she woke up. She's like, oh no, it's Jordan. I looked. I was like, oh god. I was like, oh man, what's up, Jay? How you doing, man? I'm like, all right, good night, Jay. Shut the door and went to bed because I was like, yo, if there's something in my house that ain't supposed to be there, I wanted to know. Whether you alive, dead, spectral, whatever the fuck you is, you dying.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally got you. And like, okay, so since we only have roughly 7 minutes left, I'll leave you guys with my craziest unexplained paranormal story.
We really got 7 minutes left?
7 minutes, and I got something for this.
I'm about to bust.
Yeah.
Me too, nigga.
Okay.
I'm about to bust.
Okay, I'm gonna make it quick.
Yo, just give me that water bottle.
What? It's full. Don't do that here on camera. What the fuck is wrong with you? All right. Okay, I'll be quick. Okay, guys. Shout out to Dr. Stephen Greer, the guy who's over the department called CSETI, which is the Center for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. They're the ones who get funding from the government to look for aliens and stuff like that. He created what was called the CE5 initiative, which is Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, meaning that humans actually make contact with extraterrestrials to have them come here to make themselves known. He's been doing this for years and years and years. It's documented that they're actually able to get extraterrestrials to actually at least make themselves known in some way, shape, or form. Some have been more extravagant. Some have literally just been like, it'll be a UFO that comes out of nowhere. They come down, shine a light, and then they're gone. They just fly off super fast.
Go peace.
Oh, well, they're basically just like, we got your message, and then they disappear. Right. Okay, so
I was them. I'll be like, I got your message. I know how you motherfuckers work. I'm good. We ain't.
Why do you think they're not trying to land, nigga? They know who we are. We're fucking savages. But bro, okay, so in that book, he wrote. What's that?
So we're no better than the chimps. We just got.
yeah. We're just chimps who have more complex language. That's it. But okay, in his book, Hidden Truth, Forbidden Knowledge, it actually goes over the way on how to contact them. Basically, what it boils down to is, you have to actually like meditate, right? You have to meditate, get to a place of no mind, and then you have to basically give a roadmap and then say, "Come here." So you zoom out of your body, you zoom out of your house, you zoom out of your city, your state, zoom out of Earth, zoom out of the solar system, zoom out to the entire galaxy, into the exact part of the galaxy where you're supposed to be. You say, "I'm here. I would like if somebody would show up." And then you zoom back into your body and the meditation. I did this. And I was just like, I don't know if this is real or not. But I did it, whatever. 2 days later, No bullshit. Put this on my soul. Put it on everything I love. It was in the middle of the fucking day. No clouds. I'm literally playing Marvel vs. Capcom in my fucking room. Like, this is me fresh out of college. I'm looking for work. I had to move back in with my parents because I'm broke as fuck. I'm playing Marvel vs. fucking Capcom, nigga. And then, for some reason, I just paused the game, and I'm just like, something's telling me to go to the window right now.
Fuck that window.
It was in the middle of the day, I'm telling you. It couldn't have been past 2 p.m. 1 or 2 p.m. Go to the window, and then I open up the window, and I just look up. And then I see my eyes do something really weird. You guys know how you have like the rods in your eyes that literally are just like kind of like feel around for like color and light? You get that? Like whenever your eyes just like, when you look into like the blue sky, then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, okay, so this is what blue light is like. I've been inside all day, and this is actual like sunlight in the sky. Have you ever gotten that?
We gotta take a piss.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so that's what my eyes start doing, and all of a sudden, 3, I would say, 8-inch wide in diameter, just rainbow-colored orbs that were like bubbles. They were translucent. They pop up about 12 feet above my window. This is on the 2nd floor. Once again, clear day, no clouds. And there's 3 of them. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And then all of a sudden, they start flying in a triangular pattern. And I'm just like, no fucking way is this real. And then one of them actually starts flashing itself, like flashing light into my face. And as it does that, I hear a radio signal inside my head. Not in my ears, past my ears, like it's in my mind. And it's just like, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit. Like, I'm just like, this shit is really going down. So I start panicking. I'm just like, I gotta get this on camera. I reach for my fucking phone, and then I'm like fumbling. I'm just like, there's no way. Nobody's gonna fucking believe this. Nobody. And then as soon as I get like start pointing my fucking phone at it, then they literally just fly over my house. Never see them fucking again. Never. That was in 2013. 2013. Late 2013, bro. I've never to this day experienced anything more blatant, and it was in the middle of the fucking day, guys. But yeah, we're just about out of time now, so you guys can take that information.
You never tried meditating like that again?
No, because it scared the fuck out of me that they actually showed up, and because I started thinking, I'm just like, okay, if aliens are legitimately real like this, and I just called these niggas to my fucking house, I can't be stupid enough to assume that they're all fucking good, because all I did was say somebody come. These ones were cool, but what if it was something else that might want to put a finger on my booty, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just like, no, I never did again. I never did again, because I got real results, and I was just like, fuck that. I'm messing with shit that I don't truly understand. I'm messing with shit that I don't truly understand. Fuck that shit. I got my once-in-a-lifetime experience. I don't need no more. That's it.
That is not common, but what we call nigga sense.
Yeah, nigga senses, bro. My nigga senses were tingling
one
like...
time.
Bro, my Sharingan was on 1,000. But I'll leave you guys with that information. Do with that what you will.
Do with that what you will. But anyway, it's 52A the Q.
Yo, this is Kenneth the Raw, representing Homeboy Etiquette and Homeboy Etiquette, KMT Games, and KMT Productions here on YouTube. Sorry, my mind is scrambled. I'm
about to bust.
I'm about to bust.
Yeah. So
I'm about to bust.
Yeah.
Yes, Hank.
All right, yeah. So, if you guys like the content today, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. If you have any suggestions about any content you want us to talk about here in the near future, make sure to leave that in the comments down below as well. I appreciate everybody who's came through to the motherfucking podcast. We gonna see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.